Number 22, Lisa Grunding.
Lisa Grunding, number 22. And then libero, number 1, Lenka Durr. Also number 17, Anna Pogel, is available as a libero, and no doubt we'll see her at some point. So this is how they're lining up. Ortmann, number 12, is at position 4 in the front row. Gerties is at position number 1 in the back row.
And now let's meet the starters for Brazil.
Time now for Brazil to make their way out onto court, starting with number 1. It'll be Mara Ferreira Leao, Mara as she's known, middle blocking. And then number 3, Macris Carneiro, who's Macris on her shirt. She'll be setting. Number 4 is not going to be starting, so it'll be number 5, Paula, in the opposite slots. And then number 10, Gabby, through the outside, along with Natalia, the captain, through the outside. Number 12, and number 20, Anna Beatriz, makes up the 6 in the yellow. She'll be middle blocking, and the starting libero is number 19, Leia. And this is how the teams line up. Natalia is at 4, Gabby is at 1, setter in the back row, Macris at position 6. So head coach for Germany, Felix Kozlowski, just 35 years of age, youngest coach in the Volleyball Nations League, but plenty of experience. Knows that his team are going to be up against it here, against this very talented Brazilian team. And for Roberto Guimara as well, he's been there, seen that, done that. And but even so, each game is a challenge for him and his team. They'll be giving Germany the utmost respect by playing their very best. They put out their strongest team they possibly can for this game. And we are moments away from it being started. It's Germany in the red and black serving, Brazil in the yellow and blue receiving. This is week 3 from the FIVB Women's Volleyball Nations League. We are in Lincoln, Nebraska, and the first point has gone the way of Brazil, getting the side out. And now they will have the opportunity to score as they have service. Mara back to the serving line. "25 bounces she has, part of her pre-serve routine. The touch, and won't be coming back. Chris needs to be a little bit stronger with her hands and try and force the ball into court. So a nerve-calming side out for Germany. And now back to the serving line goes Grunding. That's landed in. Brazil will take that point. Paula now with the serve. Anna Beatriz making that block. She wearing a precautionary strapping on her shoulder. She's had it on since week 1 of the Volleyball Nations League. It's almost like a heat wrap, like you see players wearing knee braces under their knee pads. Sometimes preventative, sometimes almost like a bit of a comfort blanket. And Brazil get themselves a tidy point through Natalia. First swing of the competition for her. Powell with the serve again. Oh, good dig by Leia. Equally good dig in the back row as well by Germany, but that's an unforced error, unfortunately for Ortmann. Gerties had kept the ball alive, but Ortmann couldn't finish it off. Could start this for Brazil. If they get another point here, could well expect to see Germany call a timeout. No need, brilliant put away. That's more like it. A super spike for Ortmann. Great technique, arms getting all the way back, coming all the way forward. Oh, that's a great dig from Natalia. Well kept in play by Gutierrez. No stopping that one. That's a really good roll to the line this time from Ortmann, showing her range of shots. Came inside, just rolled it to the line, straight over Paula. Excellent play. Brazil stop the rot, have their side out. Nice touch again by there, playing well as the libero, and a really nice angle from Paula. Absolutely no chance for Lippmann to dig that one for Germany. Excellent defending, hips under the ball, and then a tidy set. Macris to Paula, who finishes it off. Germany looking for block touches, not finding them, so it'll be an unforced error. And Brazil take the point. Natalia to serve again. Well left. Trying to make life difficult for Ortmann, serving her to her left side and trying to take her away from the rest of her teammates. And now with a chance to do some damage to Brazil from the serving line. Lovely. It was a nice jump serve from Ortmann, but it was right at Leia, who was then able to put in a 3-point pass. And that meant Macris could go wherever she wanted. And Patrice putting it away. We head into the first technical timeout. Brazil with a 4-point lead.
All right, fans, here's your chance to get up on the video board. We got our dance cam rocking on top. So when you see yourself on there, be sure to show us your dance moves. Come on.
Well, Brazil finished 4th in the Volleyball Nations League. Last time out, they are the, I guess if it's the term, the most winningest team. The World Grand Prix, which was the forerunner to the Volleyball Nations League, Brazil won it more times than anybody else. They have a very good history in this competition. Not so for Germany, still trying to find their way, a team that are in and out of the upper echelons of world volleyball. Present in the inaugural World Grand Prix in 1993, Germany. Finished 15th overall on that occasion. They did actually achieve a World Grand Prix bronze medal. That was in 93 and in 2002 and then in 2009. So for Germany, it's all about the sort of group of players that come through and they have their highs and their lows, whereas Brazil, with such a huge groundswell of volleyballers to choose from, are always able to sustain a very high level internationally because competition's so fierce and volleyball's so popular in Brazil. Mara getting that one away through the middle. Brazil carrying on from where they left off. Macris serving again. Good work, having to get that one past the block. Gertie's doing it very well. They are going to be up against a pretty formidable block. But if they can get a quick ball out wide like that, Gerties doesn't have to go against the middle and has to go against the likes of Paula or Macris, then chances are they can get the ball on the floor. Oh, well, it's just about the only place Macris could go. Germany have got it into transition. But a better chance here now for Brazil. And Natalia works the pipe, and Venkadur can't get there. Try as she might, just not quick enough to change direction and run after the ball once it came off the block. Germany flooding the middle, but then Durr didn't make the adjustment to get outside the shadow of the block and then be in a better position to play the ball. Gabby now serving again. Oh, great dig from there. Free ball though for Germany. 3 front court attacking options. And the back spin middle attack gets the job done. A bit of a miss hit. They'll take all the points they can get. Gerties with the serve. That's a lovely set. Fabulous set. One-handed behind the head from Macris. Catching Germany by surprise. Mara with her, it's her second time back to the serving line. Nice quick ball through the middle. Anna Patrice didn't finish her block, didn't have her hands across the net early enough. And Germany take the point. Grunding. Really good dig. Equally good dig from Brazil. Oh, that's a great pickup from Macris. And a fantastic hit by Natalia. Oh, there were several thumping hits on both sides. The defence is doing really well, keeping that ball alive. And in the end, Natalia puts it on the floor. It is indeed a mega rally. Both teams in good defensive positions, holding their ground, getting their hips under the ball, keeping the ball alive. It was Brazil in the end who took the point. Paula now with the serve for Brazil. This will be free ball for Brazil. And Natalia gets it done. In part because Schürzel didn't get out quickly enough and there was a gap between her hands and the block. Just cut a piece of the block, but good enough to get it on the floor.
Okay? Hey, ist gut. Na, wir müssen nur die Intensität hochhalten.
That timeout called by Germany as Brazil are just opening up a decent gap here. 5 points in front. Paula with the serve. Good covering by Gabby. Good covering by Leia. That's a good dig from Hanka. It was a lovely block from Natalia and Anna Patrice. The covering was almost there, but a little bit of a panic. The arm swinging at the ball as it came back down, and that's why it went out and over the sideline. The teams were working very well with their defence. Solid at the net. That's a good serve, putting Germany under pressure. Very well played by Brazil. They got 3 blockers out wide and said, okay, there's an angle cross court if you want it, but you're going to have to be really, really acute to try and get it in court. And it was just too acute in the end for Germany. 15-8 now for Brazil. Their lead increases. Potentially they're just 1 point away, this next point, if they take it, from going to the second technical. They're going to have a chance. That's just about all Natalia could do with it. It's a little bit in front of her. And the ball's off the block and away. So Germany get the side out, save us going into a technical timeout for the moment. So a little change up. Here comes Pia Kessner into the back row. And also coming in is Kimberly Drevnik. So it's a double substitution for Germany to put their setter into the back row and an attacker in the form of Drevnik into the front row. So 3 front court attackers for Germany. Number 8 Drevnik, who'll move across to the right-hand side. That's a great dig from Durr. But a great block from Brazil. They get their side out. They have to do it the hard way. So into the second technical timeout we go. Brazil with a very big lead as they treble up on Gerties to stop her putting that spike away. That's the view from the referee. He's all camera'd up now as well. Well, I don't speak German, but it was pretty obvious to me that Kozlowski talking about the spiking for Germany and saying you've got to be looking for block out on the fringes, going off the hands high, but certainly not trying to hit that ball steep into court against this very strong Brazilian block. Germany are going to have to be very, very smart when they're out of system. In other words, when they don't have, the setter doesn't have all the hitting options available to her. Whereas one player up against 2 or 3 blockers, then they shouldn't be looking to put the ball on the floor. They should be looking to go off the hands and try and get block out, or get it in between the gaps in the block. That was a decent effort trying to make that happen. And Gabby was looking to do the same thing, but completely missed the hands. And so Germany will take the point. Is nonplussed. Altman back to the serving line. Oh, it's an ace serve for Altman. Brilliant from her. She's got an interesting pre-serve routine. She has a little throw up of the ball before she throws it up fully, and technically she actually is putting the ball in play with that first throw. But she's got herself an ace. Brazil, though, are challenging that. They think it's out. Just a quick recap for the challenge system for those of you that know about it. For those of you that don't, well, coaches have 2 challenges per set. They can challenge ball in, out, block touch, net touch, foot faults across the various lines. That's miles in. They can also challenge whether the ball is up or down. So an unsuccessful challenge for Roberto Guimarães. That means he has 1 challenge left now in this set. However, if he's successful, should he use it, he'd keep it. Altman with the serve again. So Altman's gone off, and Barber now has come in. Number 7, Nelly Barber, outside hitter, coming in for passing and defending duties. Deemed to be a better, or as equally a good, a passer defender, but perhaps not quite so good in attack. So Altman will be used and come back in the front row. It's something that the USA did an awful lot. replacing their swing hitter once she's had a serve. Kelsey Robinson would then come in for Kimberly Hill across the back row. So a cheeky little point for Germany. It's not about how hard you hit the ball, you don't get any extra points for it. It's about getting it on the floor, getting it off the block and out of play. That'll do just fine. Good covering. And good use of the block by Paula. Germany have done very well in slowing down and stopping Brazil's middle. Brazil then done very well in finding other outlets. Nicely played. First big swing for Kimberly Drevnik. Gets it in the gap of the block, known as the seam, and there she goes back to serve. Good up from Durr. Covering by Germany. Gerties. Well, Ma's gone up to make the block, but she hasn't looked to see where it's gone. Put her hands in the way, closed her eyes, and then as it's come off the hands, she has no idea where it is, and it's landed on her head. Mara goes up, doesn't know where the ball is, and then they can't recycle it. Nice play for Germany, back to within 4. Grunding chasing after the ball out wide, and her hands haven't closed down the gap between her and the net. That's why it's down her own side off of this swing from Paula. So the double substitution's been reversed. Hanker back in, and so too Lippmann. Oh dear. Well, that's always a tricky one. That ball's come off the net. Gabby made a step for it, then stopped, and Leah had made a step for it, but she stopped because Gabby had gone, and then neither of them ended up getting the ball. And Germany have the point. Gerties will have the serve. Good dig. Oh, that's a great spike cross court. Really nice play. Nelly Barber has kept her place on court, coming round to the front row, and she's come up with a super spike. In a difficult situation as well. 2 blockers, but the 2 blockers have gone too wide. Timeout called by Brazil. Germany back to within 3.
Mehr Linie, okay, aufpassen. Gut, Aufschlag, guck, wo die Konfliktzone ist. Ja, probier sie ein bisschen zu bewegen, ja? Nicht gerade auf den Körper, sondern ein bisschen auf die Schultern gehen. Los.
Well, if they didn't know, Brazil certainly know now. They can't afford to switch off against Germany. Germany's level has been consistent. It's been as it should be. And so Brazil having to play at their best to get the better of Germany here. Trees back into the front row. Replaced Amanda, who's on for some blocking and defend, and perhaps the chance to get a swing, but it didn't happen. Good up. That's off the block and out of play. Looked like it was going to go. Looked like it was going to go to Natalia. Nice ball behind to Paula. Got herself in a good position, and then she gets it through the two blockers, getting a little touch on the way. Time out by Germany.
Das ist auch okay.
Ja.
Wir blitzen mal auf, sie kann super schnell kommen.
Ja.
Dann können wir diesen Ball auch echt benutzen.
Ja.
Okay? Gut, los. Gut, ey, los, dranbleiben jetzt. Nächste Seite, los, aber. Durch!
Mais dentro, tá? Bola, braço em cima lá com ela, hein? A bola dela não é alta, é mais rápida da número 7.
First set, only one unforced error so far, made by Germany. That's the level of volleyball. All the points have, bar that one, have been worked for, dare I say. Well, there's the second unforced error. So Brazil giving Germany a point. Ding now back to serve. Good up by Gabby. And a big swing from Natalia, as if there was no block in front of her. She's hit that ball to position 6. Germany's block not shutting down the power. And it's gone in between the two blockers. So double substitution for Brazil. Lorena comes in. Macris and Paula go off. Roberta is in, number 9 to serve. And just as Germany did, Brazil now using their double substitution to keep 3 front row attackers. 3 big blockers as Roberta gets ready to serve. The first movement was by Barber, but then she didn't follow it up. Number 7 for Germany made the move to play this and then stopped. Which made it very, very difficult then for anyone else to get the ball. Roberta will serve again. Germany are up against it in this first set. Brazil now need 2 points to take the first set. Oh, what a dig that is from Gabby. That is sensational. Natalia trying to bury it cross court, didn't come off Lenka Dur as it went wide, and so Germany will have their side out. Big hit, just didn't get enough on it to bring it down in time. Good lead from Leia. That brings up set point now for Brazil.
Our first set point, set by Brazil, serving 18.
Natalia getting her serving instruction, now going through a pre-serve routine. Pretty sure Guimaraes didn't say serve out. What he would have said is, I want you to take on Dur away from the rest of the team, so serve down to position 1. Barber with the serve for Germany. Trying to bring Gabby in and make it difficult for her. And they have done. Gabby made the pass, but then didn't get back out to give herself the room to come in and have a good swing on the ball. Clever little play that from Germany. Nice serve from Barber. Can she do it again? This time it's Anna Beatriz, the middle blocker, plays it. Might get another go. It's Lorena has the swing. Germany still keeping this ball alive. Oh, Gabby shut down. Brilliant from Germany. What a way to stay in this set. They fought really hard for that. They make a great block. 2 opportunities now Brazil have had from side out to get this set have gone astray, but in part because of some great play by Germany. Time call by Brazil.
Deixa a Bia na chutada no meio. Tá? Vou fazer o seguinte, bota ela no tempo atrás. Tá, Bia? A Lorene aberta e a Gabi aberta aqui.
Echt Antenne, Position 6 fertig, dass die 6-1 gleich rübergeht. Okay, Nele? Nummer 10 von 4. Okay? Los!
Gabby's probably got to be a favourite here if they can serve tough enough, and Kozlowski's saying we've got to get out to that antenna, close her down. Well, instead it goes to the middle. Anna Patrice hammers it away, and despite Germany's best efforts, they can't save the point. Now Brazil take the first set, 25-21. Well, rather nonplussed, Guimarães makes his way over to the other side. He was very calm and collected. He usually is. But for Germany, they'll have a lot of positives to take from that first set. They came all the way back into this one, despite being some distance behind. They've only ended up losing the set by 4. Lots of positives, lots of things they can build on. For Brazil, they cannot dismiss Germany at all here. They know they're going to have to keep playing well. They can also have to hit smart, because Germany's blocking was very good in parts in that first set. And if they get that right, they could really make it difficult for Brazil. But it was a very good first set for both sides for different reasons. Here are the highlights. Areas of concern for Brazil, namely with their hitting. They didn't get the middles running hardly at all, and that might be an area of concern. Mara and Anna Patrice just limited to a couple of swings each, if that. So passing will need to be better for Germany. Even though they're blocking and defending behind, it needs to be better. Making sure that someone is on the power line of the attacker. It's not the block, and even if it is the block, sometimes it's worth just thinking of the block as an outline, and you, the second line of defence, making sure that if you're the 6 or 5 player, and they're facing that they're going to go cross court, that one of you is on that angle, or you jump in and cover the gap in the block, taking something away instead of just being stood in a position. So far, though, so good for Brazil. First set in the bag. All the onus is on Germany. But even if they go 2-0 down, there's still 3 sets to play for, and still an opportunity they could do something. It's never over till it's over. Second set underway. Macris with the serve for Brazil. They lead 1-0. Good up. Double touch called against Natalia. And then Paula with a very sensible shot. Deep to position 5. Touch that by Macris. Excellent swing from Lippmann. Germany get a good ball in, they're a big threat. Just over the top of Grunding. Brazil nowhere to be seen, a super spike. Oh, Brazil in a bit of bother here. Nice dig that from Durr. Good dig from Leia. Both Libros doing what they do best. Is anyone going to be able to get on that? Not quite. In part, Durr was blocking Gerties. So Brazil take the point. Good dig. And a good leave. Grunding with the serve. Good up. Chance for Germany to have the lead. But the angle was well covered by Brazil. Maybe another chance. And a good leave. It's off the block and away. Germany do have the advantage. Excellent ball in, options for Macris, and then Mara is going to be unstoppable on that speed with that height she gets. It's well watched by Natalia. Good serving from Brazil, and now they have the lead. Oh, nicely done. Germany playing with confidence. Swing from Lippmann. Ball just carried on its way behind. That is a world-class spike from Natalia. She's so good at this. It is indeed a super spike. The way she comes in, just hits slightly away from her body. Nobody near that one. Germany, though, not overawed. Giving as good as they get in the moment. Nicely done by Paula. challenge by Leia. That one is off the block and away. So Brazil just opening up a little cushion. Schutzel arriving a little late. Italia now with the serve. Brilliant. Leia's still moving to get into position down the line instead of playing from where she was. And that super spike just too good for her. Watch number 19, bottom of your picture. Makes her adjustment. She's still moving, still moving. She tries to take a timing, but she was still going backwards. Couldn't get the ball. Oh, that's a good block. Gertie's just waiting for Anna Patrice to come to her. Just like that, Germany back level. That time Anna Patrice makes sure the ball goes down. And Brazil take the lead into the first technical timeout.
Brazil up 8-7 here in set number 2. All right, fans, you know the deal. Show us lead down. Come on, fans, get involved here. DJ Reyes, you need to clap on here.
Fora da bola. Versão lá.
It's all right. Come on, fans, join us. Come on. Oh, make it big, make it big.
That quick ball to the middle, just not quite quick enough. Gabby trying to go over the block, hasn't found the baseline. That's a classic swing for her. Opens up and then comes over the top with the swing to the line. Fortunately for her, didn't make it in. So Germany back level. Gabby thought that was going to be coming out to her a lot quicker than it actually did, so she had to wait. Chris setting the ball, I think because Mara was right on top of her, and to get it over she had to set it a bit higher. Clever play again from Germany. Brought up her 7th point in the match. But what Germany are showing is their ability to just think about what they're doing, mixing it up with some spiking and some block out, some tips. That's a good touch. Will it come back? Not quite. Ball just caught the block, so Gertie's had to play it. Another good swing. And Ortmann's playing very, very well in the opposite slot for her country at the moment. She may not have the biggest stats, but she's served well. Every time she's got the ball, she's done something with it. Lippmann's also played very well. That's a good serve, but it's not going to quite find that sideline. It's good work from Anna Beatriz. Lovely. Paula made sure full arm swing, jumped as high as she could so that she had the opportunity to swing hard on the ball to bring up the super spike. The ball's hit the net, hasn't hit the block, and has gone out of play. So an error from Ortman. Brazil now opening their lead, and that's the problem for Germany, that they know they're going to have to cut out if they can. Those little errors that'll creep in and give Germany the gap, and make it more difficult for Germany to get back into it. Brazil having a lead being gifted to them.
Jedes Mal ja. Wir haben alle Bälle in unserem Rücken, wir können gar keine Kraft, gar keine Schnelligkeit aufbauen. So, besonders Insider, und ich möchte, dass wir zurückkommen, weiter anlaufen, wir springen vor dieser Linie ab. So, wir können immer ein bisschen variieren, auch mit den Bällen von hier. Und wir kriegen Durchball. Ey, wir spielen mit dem Block jetzt, aber jetzt müsst ihr auch was zurückgeben zu mir, wenn ihr euch einsetzt mit den Bällen. Okay, so Abstand, dann mit Kraft dabei. Okay, los, over. Los, bitte, komm da weg, over. Deutsch! Los!
Mara's not had a great deal to do, but sometimes it can be a very lonely life as a middle blocker. 3 points for her so far in attack, but most of her job is to get in, be available to hit, so that, like Anna Beatriz is also going to be doing, and Germany have just done through the middle themselves. It's about being up and being available. Schurtzel doing exactly that. Whether you get the ball or not, it's up to the setter. Dig's going to come over though, and Anna Beatriz too strong for Schurtzel. That's really good pickup, taking it off the net and not touching the net, but that's a brilliant blocking by Brazil. You see just how quickly they went from one side to the other. 3 players on the right side, and then all 3 players putting up a monster block on the left side. Really good work from the blocking line for Brazil. Oh, that's a corker.
Net violation called against Brazil. Point Germany.
Lippmann had all the line to work with. So with a simple side out. Just running a pipe. They run their 10 inside when the player goes on the slide behind. Alvatri's on the slide behind, and then Paula comes inside. Germany making a substitution, as they did in the first set. So Barber is in. she came in. Surprisingly, I'm surprised that she didn't stay on for the second set. Has her chance now, though. That's a good ball in from her. Germany working the block at the time. Getting closed, getting across the net. That was. That one wasn't. Nice from Gabby. No idea where she's going to hit that ball because she doesn't have your traditional arm swing. Her hitting arm stays down and then comes up and around to hit into the second technical timeout. So with a 3-point advantage, leading by 1 set to nothing.
Here's your chance for your DJ scratch cam. Here we go, look. Check the video board, that's me, being a DJ, like DJ Ray.
Um pouquinho mais pra cá.
Your turn, come on, put your hands on top.
Volume aí. Isso que a gente tem que ajustar. Vamos lá.
Nele kommt mit 1, 2 kurzen Aufschlägen. Sofort wird er gestört von ihm, okay? So damit arbeiten, bisschen mutig. Ein lang, ein kurz, ein lang, ein kurz. So, okay?
She's got the headset on too. Check that out. That form is perfect. Thanks for playing, fans. You guys are great. We're out of our second technical timeout with Brazilian 16-13.
We know it's hard here. Okay, there we go.
Trees now. Looking, if she can, to extend Brazil's lead. Serving isn't about starting a rally. It's about trying to win a point without the help of anybody else. Germany don't let Brazil do that. Trees can't believe she's let it go. Fabulous swing to the line. Once again, Lippmann's playing very well. Just one away from double figures in terms of points scored. So far, leading scorer in the match is Paula for Brazil. 12 points she's amassed. Chris with the serve, and it's Paula now into the front row for Brazil, so they have a strong lineup. 3 front row attackers available, Mara, Paula and Gabby. Chris grabs the back of his head. Anguish as that ball doesn't go in. Goodies now for Germany. That's a good pickup. What a shame, the angle just running away. Barber couldn't bring it back. Pancake. Didn't result in a point for Germany. It's a good serve from Gabby. Good covering, no carry called, but it didn't go close enough for anyone to get a meaningful touch after Mara had played it.
Substitution for Germany coming in, number
Ding goes off. Now into the action is Schwertmann. Middle blocker normally, so on to serve and going to play some defence at 5. Or not, Mara just hammers that one through the middle. Schwertmann's time comes to an end, she goes off. Dirk comes in to replace her. Super spike for Mara, who's now going to go off. Lovely ball in, lots of time, opportunity to go wherever she wanted for Macris. She found Mara through the middle. Look at that timing, she's put that ball away before the block has even left the floor. Amanda with the most unique of pre-serve routines. Barber finding it impossible to get past a well-formed Brazilian block in the form of Paula and Anna Beatriz. So Germany now call the timeout. In fact, Barber's put that square in the net, didn't catch the ball in the end.
Marie haut rein, mit der Ball rein. 120 bleibt immer da stehen, jetzt immer am Hüpfen. So, Schuss oder Ballimpuls von 2. Jetzt, Nele muss nicht so viel angreifen. Nele muss aus Transition ab und 2 machen. Aber ansonsten muss annehmen und weiter. Hey, Mut im Aufschlag, los, alle, Mut im Aufschlag.
Deixa a Paula pode sair, deixa a Paula sozinha. Transferência meio saída, vai Paula. A petição de defesa
It's comfortable for Brazil, but they know that if they slip up, just as they did a little bit in the first set, that Germany will be right back at them. A good hit from Lippmann. Does take her into double figures now. 10 points for her. All in attack. It's a good pass from Natalia. Defending by Lippmann. Gabby makes a good dig. Natalia looking to put it away, but it's recycled again by Germany. That's a little bit tight. Oh, well kept in play by Natalia. And in the end, it's Hanker who says, well, if you guys can't put it on the floor, I will. This is how it's done. And it's a mega rally to boot. Hanker fed up going to her hitters to put the ball on the floor. She's front row. She's perfectly entitled to have a swing. And as a lefty, she's in the right spot to do it. Sort of simply called a timeout.
2018 here at set number 2.
Pressure on, but they've had to wait for the mega rally. And then Brazil, as soon as that's finished, have called a timeout. So we've had nearly a minute or so since that last action. And that kind of momentum and that impetus has almost evaporated a little bit here. Lippmann's kind of starting again. And, Brazil made the most of the opportunity to try and get back into this, try and keep their lead and not let Germany get any closer to them. It's not worked though, has it? That's a brilliant serve from Lippmann. Leia getting caught by that one. It's an ace for her, first of the match. Brilliant serve. Dig. Chance here for Germany to get level. Well played by Macris. And again, that's going to be a challenge because the referee's called for 4 touches. As in the ball was hit in the net and then dug, making it 4, but Guimaraes is going to challenge this straight away. And this is one of the things that's been borne out of Hawkeye since is the fact that 9 times out of 10, when this is called, in the past you get called 4 touches, that's it. You just go away, you can't challenge it. But what we've seen and what's been borne out by this is that the ball gets hit into the block, it catches the net, but also catches the block. 9 times out of 10, it catches the block. So it's always worth a challenge when you see that. Guimaraes had no hesitation. As soon as that was called for 4 touches, he showed challenge. So when you're talking about, I mentioned the ball catches the block. In other words, the ball hits the blocker's arms and it's told like you catch the block. But in this situation, the ball's gone into the net here. It comes out, look at that, it's off both arms and back in play. What this also means, that's wrong, no touch. That's why Guimaraes is going crazy, because that's quite clearly, it's quite clearly hit the block. and it's not
They're
4
checking
touches, it's going to be a let play. That's just a mistake with the graphic.
Yes, yes, touch block.
So
Touch block.
that will be
Yes,
that will
touch
be
block.
overruled.
Okay, okay.
Gomarish
Actually, the challenge
will be happy.
is now ruled as successful.
It is a let.
So there's a
What this also means as well, for referees now, it makes you wonder why you'd want to call 4 touches. You'd rather make, as the graphic sorts itself out, you'd rather make the blocking team call a challenge to say we didn't touch it,
Yes.
as opposed to go through this when it's already been established 90% of the time the ball does catch the block. In other words, it does hit the hands of the blocker as well as the net.
Serve Germany.
So that's all been cleared up. It's a do-over because the point was called against Brazil, but it was incorrect, so it's a replay. Well, they've got level now, though. That's 2 big serves for Germany from Lippmann, 2 touched aces from her, and now Germany are level, 20 all. The 2 delays have not helped Brazil one little bit. That's very close. Might be a challenge coming from Germany, maybe not. Well, they are going to challenge it. They want to know for sure that that one's out. Brazil can't make their substitutions yet because if it is, they need to allocate the point to the right team. Make sure it's right before they can make any substitutions or changes. An incorrect challenge, so Brazil take the point, they go in front. They'll make their changes. Double sub, Lorena into the front row, Roberta into the back row. And an instant side out, Lippmann is taking the game to Brazil.
We got black jets across the board at 21.
Incredible, 13 points for her so far, 11 in this set alone. And 2 aces within those 11. No trouble here for Brazil, not making this easy for themselves one little bit. And Germany now take the lead. They have a break point, they've scored from service. An advantage very much with them. Brazil now need the side out just to get level. Guimarães calls timeout for Brazil. What a turnaround.
A gente tem que acreditar nisso, que quem vai jogar nesse momento vai jogar livre, mano. Ah, tem que chegar melhor nela e posicionar melhor para defesa para ela lá. Ah, vamos embora de novo.
Bleiben ruhig, relax, dann laufen wir die Bälle ab, okay?
Barber with the serve. It only needs one good ball in. Brazil then can take control. Barber losing her headband. Germany losing the point. But Germany, at this business end, are still in a really good position. Germany side out, they go in front. They keep siding out, they'll get a set point opportunity before Brazil can. Oh, very nice. Slide behind, put away by Schürzel. Great ball in from Barber. And then options to put that ball away on the slide. Germany have made a change. Grundig's come in. Substitution. Oh, they might not even have to bother with it. What is happening to Brazil's passing unit? Must be what Guimaraes is thinking. It's another ace serve, a touched ace serve. But it's off a player and out. Italia getting into all sorts of trouble with that one. Set point now for Germany. Lorena gets the ball on the floor, set point saved. But what a chance now for Germany, because they're siding out, they're on service receive, and if they win this point, they'll take the set. Mara back in. It's a big blocking lineup here for Brazil. Lorena and Mara and Gabby. Amanda's gone off, she's done her bit. Trees does her bit. Ball is in play. Lippmann for the set. That's not touched anybody. Oh, what a time to come up with the error. You can see it on her face. Oh, dearie, dearie me. A gift for Brazil, and it's now 24-all. The first team to get 2 points clear will take this set. Net touch by Germany, and it's turned around in the blink of an eye, and Brazil now have set point. That is the beauty and cruelty of this sport. You have a swing for the set, you miss it, and then the next thing you know, you're trying to side out to stay in the set. And Lippmann's done that. Still though with Brazil. Again, they're siding out to have set point. They only need to score 1 point from the serving line to win the set. Germany need 2 points from the serving line. It is much more difficult to get points from the serving line than it is to get them from side out. Pia Kessner's come in, 20 years of age. And it might have been a moment just a little bit too big for her. Up to game speed, not ready. Still pumping, too much on that one. It's Piccadilly Circus down at the moment in the subs line. Players coming in and out everywhere. It's a double substitution change for Brazil. So Macris on, Paula on, Roberta's gone out, Lorena's gone out. And also Kessner left and Hanke came back in for Germany. So a flurry of changes. Still, the situation remains the same. Brazil set point. Germany siding out to stay in it. Get another swing. Oh dear. What was Leia thinking? She's after that one. It's her job to get that. And then she kind of stopped and went to Natalia. Go on, you can get it if you like. There was that little moment of hesitation between the two of them, instead of just going for it. Brazil. Germany delighted, they're still in it. Altman back in. His job is done. Serving and defending. Altman's going to come in. He's on the front row. Gertie's with the serve. Still though, Germany need 2 points. So they can get 2 in front. That's not going to happen. Lovely swing from Gabby right into the corner. And another set point for Brazil. There's no cap, there's no limit. You just keep on going until somebody can get 2 points clear. That one's off the block and away. Germany holding it together. The side-out game is working. They've yet to force the issue from the serving line. They did it to get to this spot. They also did it to get themselves a set point chance. Will that come back to haunt them though? Lippmann, who had that swing, it was there to be hit. She hit it. Had it gone the other side of the line, maybe in set 3 by now. 1 set apiece. That was then though. This is now. The set continues. It's another set point chance for Brazil. Mara with the serve. Anna Beatriz now into the front row with Natalia and Paula. Very strong lineup for Brazil. Serve, which forces the ball out wide, but Mara can't dig it. That's a great swing from Ortman to swing to 5, knowing the libro's not there. Mara not a defender really. The specialist middle blocking positions now. You're just there to serve, to block and to hit. Defending is a bonus. Littman back to the serving line. That means she's a threat on the right-hand side in the 10 position. She's also a threat from the serving line. Oh dear. As far as Germany are concerned, that was a wasted opportunity. Nice play by Natalia, just rolling it into the block and let the block pull the ball back down with them. Another set point for Brazil. Paula with the serve. Littman once again puts that ball away. That is a huge swing from her. Who's going to make the breakthrough? Oh, it's Germany! What a serve that is, a big fat ace serve from Ortman. The first clean ace we've had. Brilliant serve. And it's set point number 2 now for Germany. And they've done it. Would you believe it? They hung in there and hung in there after Littman had missed the first swing. For Brazil to get back level. And then they staved off a hatful of set points against Brazil. And then they've got one themselves. And eventually over the line. 31-29. Germany take the second set. It is 1 set all here in Nebraska. That's a wake-up call for Brazil if ever they needed it. They had chances. It's always most difficult to win points from service, as we saw with that continuation of successive side-outs. Brilliant play from Littman has brought Germany right back into this match. Here are the highlights. That's a turn-up for the books as far as Brazil are concerned. They were comfortable in that second set. Perhaps just got a little too comfortable in the end, because Germany, full of confidence, full of Littman, got themselves right back into it. It's always nice to see the super slow-mos, see the reactions, see some of the emotions of the players. Certainly the emotions are running high for Germany when they took that set. And it's going to be a real It's a tough test now for Brazil because Germany are playing with confidence. They're not afraid. They know they can do it. They've just done it. They've only got one win in the Volleyball Nations League so far, and now they find themselves with a set in the bag against Brazil. Without doubt, one of the top teams in the world of volleyball. In terms of any pressure that might be going on, Brazil might be feeling it a little bit. They do have all the experience. They've been here time and time before. You can just tell from the body language right now that Germany are delighted with where they're at. Brazil not so. Italia has been sent to the bench and Amanda is in for Brazil. Gerties will serve to get this third set underway. Gerties not quite ready for that pipe attack. And Brazil make the most of it in the end. They get the side out. Attempt from Gerties, but she couldn't keep it in play. Very nice swing from Paula. Unforced error. Haven't been that many. Which has been a good sign. The level's been very high. Unfortunately for Lippmann on that occasion, didn't quite find the court. Mara now with the serve. Dig. That's a brilliant dig from Mara. Running into position 5, dealt with the middle attack from Germany. Brazil open up a 3-0 lead as a result. That's brilliant. Little blockers can make digs like that. It really is a bonus. Could be worth a couple of points here. Mara will serve again. A bit tight to the net. Good covering from Durr. And it's a net touch against Brazil. Amanda's touched the net. Germany will take the point. Desperate defending by Germany. Worked in the end. Lippmann coming up with the point. Germany touching the net. Brazil's passing is leaving a lot to be desired at the moment. Paula has been all attack. Unfortunately for Lippmann, the ball was coming to her quite quickly. It's a positive set. It's passed from the left side to the setter, who continued the ball on behind her head to Lippmann. And she's continued it on wide. Going to go against her. So timeout called by Germany. Big lead this for Brazil.
Like they have to press. Bumpers need to press and scrub faster.
Sofort wieder reinarbeiten. Ja, das ist alles. Sofort Fokus. Aber erstmal kommen. Ja? Los. So, los weiter.
to give credit to Germany in terms of how they're doing against Brazil. It is very much a younger team for Germany. Brazil with an average age of around 26. Germany around 2021. Still a team that are coming together and learning against a team. As you see that super spike from Hannah Ortmann, just 20 years of age. This is where you'd expect Brazil, with their experience, to take the set by take a firm grip on this set and move further away. However, Germany undeterred, and still playing some great volleyball. Lippmann. Big swing from Pola. It's incredible to think that Pola just kind of getting into this team. 25 years of age. And then you have Amanda at 30. Two players who've always been on the sidelines and fringes of a team that's been so successful, but players that played right through to sort of 34, 35. Swing that from Schutzel. The way she was facing, Anna Beatriz not taking away the power. Oh, brilliant. Hanka with a big swing. It's her second swing in this match on the setter. Brazil just two in front now. They had such a big 5-1. What a great lead that was. And then Germany have just clawed it all back. Diana Paula to serve. Well watched. Might challenge this. I think Germany think that was off the block as it went out. In fact, they believe there was a net touch. Now, there is one part of the body, for those of you new to the game, we're not quite sure about the net touch. There's one part of the body that can touch the net and it's not a fault, and that is your hair. More prevalent in the women's game because of ponytails. If a player lands, turns around and their ponytail hits the net, it's not a fault. However, if they were playing defence, they tried to duck out of the way of the ball and the ball hit their ponytail, that would be a touch. Seen that happen. Monica Slucis for the Netherlands was defending and ducked out of the way, and as she did, her ponytail came up, the ball hit it, continued on out, and she's there going, no touch. She's not felt the fact that the ball had hit her ponytail, so it was shown on the replay.
No net. No net touch. Thank you.
We just got a little preview of what this is going to be there, hearing the first referee say no net touch. It's indeed no touch. That's not what they were looking for. They were actually going against it for a block, looked for a block touch. So into the technical timeout, Brazil lead by 3.
Zug zum Ball, antizipieren, weiter mit dieser Aggressivität bleiben. Das ist wichtig für uns. Okay? dass wir immer diese Zeiten durchsetzen. Geht einer raus, kein Problem. Aber wir bleiben hier oben, wir bleiben mit der Jetzt sie gehen lassen am Anfang. Ja, wirklich jetzt konsequent an den Füßen bleiben, dass wir genau an jedem Ball dranbleiben. Okay? Los! Let's go, let's go!
Which comes into view, and that's from Brazil, team captain Natalia Pereira.
Technical timeouts are enforced, and they're a minute long, so the players, they're not something that the coaches will be thinking, right, well, I won't call a timeout here, we can lose another point because we're going to go to a timeout anyway. They'd rather call the timeout when their team's in trouble, try and turn things around, so when the technical timeout comes, they're the team that have the lead. Germany, excellent slide behind. Trouble here, perhaps, for Brazil. Gabby's got work to do. Well watched by Gerties. Oh, Lenka again. Hanka with another swing. That's 3 for her. And she's taken every opportunity to go up and swing on the ball if it's there to be hit. Germany now back to within a point. Unsure as to whether this one is in or out, so the referee's going to have a little look.
Video review on the board. Once again, video review requested by the referee.
The referee is allowed to challenge, to make a challenge. The referee is allowed to have a look. There's no lines judges anymore. There is only end court judges, and their primary role, there's 2 of them, and you will see them kind of on the baseline midway. Their job is to look for block touches primarily. The in-out call is not what they're there for anymore. So the referee, if he's unsure or unsighted, can go to Hawkeye and say, let me know, which we've done. And it was out, so Germany have levelled up. 8 apiece, Schützel with the serve. Through the middle. The speed of that attack, very, very good. Too quick for Germany. Oh, that's brilliant from Leia. Slid in, got a hand under the ball. It's an unforced error from Germany. Credit that to Leia, keeping the ball alive. Brazil edge in front by 2 now. Tidy side out. That's what the difference. You see the difference in the middle attacks from Germany and Brazil. Brazil up, hitting hard and fast, and Germany kind of flitting around the edges of the blocks. It's an ace serve, is it? No, not quite. Didn't have enough curl on it to bring it in.
Service by Gabby.
Really good dig. Well played. Hanka keeping an eye on that one. Lippmann. Has she got the block out? Yes, she has. And that was great because Lenkader was all over that, going to be covering it, let it go. Did rightly. Free ball for Brazil. Great pick up by Dirt. It was a miss-hit from Mar. Good pick up from Leia. Oh, that's a wonderful dig. It won't be coming back. Dirt desperately chasing after it, but can only help it on its way. It's another mega rally. A case of just great defending by Germany. They just wouldn't let Brazil get a clean winner. They couldn't have a proper swing themselves. They just kept giving Brazil the ball back again. In the end, Brazil's relentless attacking could win the point. Gertie's a little down ball here for Brazil, but it's landed in. Mara let it go. Goodness me. That's a quality swing. It was never one designed to be hitting a winner, as it were, because Altman was out of position. She was just trying to play it deep and into the corner. She's done that, and then Brazil let it go. Done by Paula. Paula filling Tandara's shoes as the opposite player for Brazil. Tandara, who's just spent a season in China playing volleyball, has not been selected, been rested for the first few weeks of the Volleyball Nations League. Doing a great job as the #1 opposite for Brazil. Another player doing a great job as the #1 opposite for Germany is Lippmann. 2 serving aces, 17 attack points. Hanka's now got 4 points from attack. Brilliant for the setter for Germany. It's a block out off Amanda. And it's all square. Patrice hasn't had many opportunities to run that. Normally lethal. It's used a lot on the slide behind, but has been used infrequently so far in this match. Solid stuff again from Germany. Believing in themselves, getting in good positions, and some wonderful setting from Hanka to find Lippmann. Nice blocking there from Schertzel. Schertzel turned around, didn't know where the ball was. He would have hit her on the head. Hanka not got a touch to it. It's a very good reach into the cross court by Schertzel. Gabby gets the block out. Woman's gone to the bench, Barber's on. Seen this in the previous 2 sets. excellent. Macris going to Mara, available in transition. We head to the second technical timeout. Now Brazil lead by 2 points.
16-14 here in set number 3. All right, fans, got a good one here. We've got our hug cam. That's right. Throw your arms around your loved one next to you. It's okay. It's a hug cam.
Einzige Sache, Angreifer. Probier doch mal mit Touchback auszuarbeiten. Wir gehen nur in die
Quatro, que ela tá saindo muito no corredor.
Not a kiss cam. That's right. Hug cam. There we go. Oh, that's a good one.
Wir müssen immer dranbleiben. Wir machen eine super Renne, sind kurz vorm Break und danach geht die Spannung runter. Wir verlieren sofort den Schritt. Das Zeit auch. Das kann
Principalmente no levantamento.
So it's nice to hear what the coaches have to say, especially if you can speak German or Portuguese. Unfortunately, I don't speak either, but it's also interesting when you can see from the actions the coaches are making after things have happened, and in terms of you get an indication as to what's being talked about. Continuation block from Mara. Oh, good up from Gabby. Free ball for Germany. Oliver Trees not quick enough to go after that one. Germany take the point. Scrambling defense for Brazil, but all to no avail in the end. Schützel having a good game. Oh my goodness. Parla won't want to see that again. She had a free net. There was nobody in front of her. Germany gone completely the wrong way, but they end up with the point. It's all square. Mara's timing is just a little bit off. Not getting full contact through the ball. Backspin testament to that. Just getting her fingers on the ball and getting the backspin on it. Let's have the point. Macris will serve. Brazil lead by 1. In a match that many would have predicted would be 3-0 to Brazil in about an hour and a half, has been anything but. Fantastic second set from Germany to take it 31-29. And Hanke again is punishing Brazil because they are not keying in properly. What I mean by that is, if you've got a front court setter, your first key, the first thing you see is looking at the setter's touch. Incredible. Has had 5 attack points and has had a block as well. 5 points including the block. Gabby with the serve. Big swing that time from Brazil. A super spike from Gabby. That's a shame. Double touch against Hanke. So Brazil will take the point. Germany call a timeout.
Team timeout by Germany trailing 2017 here in set number 3.
reasons why
Canada.
that's been called, is just to
Aufschlag, nie reingehen, er muss schneller gehen. Okay, er geht weg. Er geht zu
players
ruhig.
time to
Er macht die
refocus.
Bewegung Richtung 5-1 und dann laufen wir gerade auf den Tisch drauf. Da können wir auch ein bisschen besser korrigieren. Okay, gut. Ey, eine andere
Coach Felix Kozlowski is saying it's nothing negative, just talking about, right, we need to do this, we need to do that. Very calm. Similarly, Morris is the same, just talking about blocking, movement, arm movement. But from Germany's point of view, it's pretty much the same situation they find themselves they had in the second set. They just got to keep their side-out game going, get up to the level they were in the second set, and a couple of good serves, and turn it around. That's a good start. First pass so vital to being able to have a middle attack. You have a good ball in, and your middle's up on time, every opportunity to get the ball and put it away. Good dig from Hanke. That was a shame from Lippmann. She was caught in two minds then, between actually having a swing and trying to miss the block. Didn't really have a focus on what she was doing. Mara will serve. Would like an ace to add to her attack points. Not going to get it. Well left by Gerties and Lenka Dur. Nice early call and an easy leave. It's all a little bit congested over there. I'm sure that was the right call being played, because Anna Beatrice has gone on a slide behind, right into where Paula is looking to have a swing. So a little bit of confusion, an unforced error. Germany back to within one, Brazil called timeout.
Traz pro lado de cá, tá? Vambora, de novo. Não, mantém a Bia na chutada de meio. Deixa a Amanda na sobreposta e a Paula aberta. Vamos de novo.
That's better. Brazil get their side out.
We have a substitution for Brazil. Checking in, number 24, Lorraine.
Double substitution for Brazil. Lorraine comes in. Roberta comes in. Again, to put the setter into the back row and to put a front court attacker. Roberta to serve. It's a good serve. Free ball here for Brazil. And a big swing. And that's a big point as well in the context of where this set is going. 3-point lead now for Brazil. Right at the business end of this first set. All down to a good serve that then gives Brazil the opportunity to get the ball into transition. Good put away from Amanda. That was a shame. The ball was very tight to the net, trying to force the middle, didn't get a good contact, and then it was compounded with a poor swing. And now it's set point for Brazil. Lippmann. Well, that was pinballing around. Anna Beatriz thought she'd done it. She has now. And Brazil take the third set, and they lead by 2-1 here in Nebraska. Same score as the first set, 25-21. Germany's second set victory, 31-29. So Brazil back on track for the time being. It's more like it. Brazil back to how they played in the first set. Still, though, just a few areas of concern, a few little niggles, but the passing overall was a bit better. Anna Beatriz got a few slide behinds. But you know when Brazil are playing well, because the likes of Mara and Anna Beatriz take most of the ball. So the passing unit needs to step up a little bit if they can. Make something happen for Germany. They've just got to get back into cutting out the errors, tough serving, and some good defence around that. So let's then have a look at the highlights from the third set. Statistically speaking, this is how that last set went. 16 attacks each, and it all came down to errors, and that was evident from what we saw. Germany giving Brazil 9 errors, Brazil giving Germany just 5. Hence the 4 points difference. That's the thing about this game, you could only make 1 error, but if it was a match point, then that would be the end of the game. For Germany, for Brazil, they both know they're playing against 2 good teams, and Brazil know that this German side are not to be taken lightly. They have to play their best volleyball. The minute that they don't do that is when they're in trouble, as they saw in the second set. Lots of positives for Germany in this match, in the way that they're playing and the style of volleyball they're trying to play. We're in Nebraska, Illinois, USA. We're at week 3 of the Volleyball Nations League, and if you want to get involved, you can do on social media, hashtag VNL, hashtag be part of the game, at FIVB Volleyball. And see what's happening around the other venues in week 3 for the women's VNL, and also what's happened in week 1 of the men's VNL. Set 4 underway. It's Gabby with the serve for Brazil. They lead by 2-1 over Germany. Oh, that's a good dig. Well, that's a good play from Gabby. Had to take off from behind the 3-meter line. And it's a net touch against Brazil, although Mara admits to it in the end. So Germany will take the point. Covering from Gabby. She's all over the court at the moment, making sure this ball stays alive, and Brazil work the block. Square. Once again, Germany putting in 3 players in the block, but Lenka Durr, when that happens, has to get round and come more into position 4 to play defence. If she stays where she is in 5, there's too much of a gap between her and the outside blocker who's gone out to help. And again, that's why that ball's not been dug. It's got too far to go. Clattered into the legs of Macris. With the serve. Double touch called against Hanka. Second time she's been called for that in the match. Will serve again. Brazil up by 2 now. Touch from Amanda, but she's out of the attack. So it had to go to Paula. Germany were waiting, but they still couldn't stop her. Good defense. That's the important thing. Ball stays alive. Other options to go to. Pola being one of them. Gets it off Lippmann. Brazil take the point. Germany called timeout. Interesting that the coach is talking about technique, which is a little bit like having a golf lesson whilst you're playing a round of golf. There's little that the player's going to be able to do to change their technique in this situation. You're playing in a game, you change your technique in training, more of a reminder to say, making sure that you're hitting high on the ball, getting a nice high contact to take on the block. But for a coach who's 35 years of age, one of the youngest in the Volleyball Nations League, he's very experienced, and very rarely see him get angry. That's a great block from Brazil. Guimarães will have his moments where he'll get upset. It's a testament to any coach that can remain calm and upbeat in these situations. As we see that monster block from Anna Beatriz. Compared to Guimarães, Kozlowski has still got a lot to learn in the game. Guimarães was began his coaching in 2003 with the Brazil team, was coach of the men's team in 1992 Barcelona when they took gold. He really has been there and seen it and won it. Nine FIVB World Grand Prix gold medals. That was the precursor to this Volleyball Nations League. No other team anywhere near that. And 3 silver medals to boot. That's a great serve. It was going across Gabby into Amanda. It's an ace serve for Germany. But the only event that Guimarães has not won a gold medal at is the Women's World Championships. 2 silvers and a bronze. No gold. Well, that was going out. Leah's played it. Maybe didn't get a call from Amanda, didn't quite see. Mistake there from Brazil. That allows Germany a point. Good leave. Very good serving run there for Germany. And from Lisa Grunding. Paula now with the serve. Good touch. Another big block. It's a monster block in the arena here. Anna Patrice combining well, a disciplined block with Amanda getting across the net early, closing down the angles. Good up that from Amanda, stays in play. Paolo, expecting a big hit, was backing off the ball and then couldn't adjust her body position to go and chase it down when it wasn't. See, still moving. That was Amanda with a good dig. Went back over because she was still moving a little bit. Paolo also struggled. Lippmann with the serve now for Germany. Could do another couple of serves. Serving aces, that is, to get her team back level. Good ball in though from Gabby. Well watched by Altman. Advantage now back with Brazil. But only temporarily, because Germany have a swing here. Oh, that is magnificent from Lippmann. A mega rally. She's had a free swing practically on this cross-court. 3 blockers for Brazil up and no one taking away the cross-court angle. Really was a fantastic swing from Lippmann, the highlight of that rally. The team really got full control. And then Lippmann comes in and no one gets in the way of her. Well, those are the kind of errors that just stutter your progress here and just leave you feeling a little deflated. And we head off into the first technical timeout. Brazil lead by 1 and by 2 sets to 1.
nossa mão a bola que a gente não pode desperdiçar. A defesa tem que funcionar mais. Não é só ver o resto de levantamento, de ataque, mas se a defesa não jogar, fica mais difícil. Principalmente essa bola com as Bia. Chega para brigar com ela. Chegou longe. Um pouquinho mais rápido. Toda vez que...
13 Einblock.
All right, fans, we got another fake choice request for DJ Gray.
Já vi sair um pouquinho para trás para poder pegar a estourada.
All right, this request is from Matthew Coughlin, 17.
Just once too often for Hanke. She tries to have a swing, this time denied, and then Anna Patrice practically threw it back. Great work from Gabby that time. As she says, she's got the lineup right, she's got into the rhythm, got across the net and shut down Lippmann. Didn't leave her the angle that she wanted. Lippmann trying to take the line away. Amanda with the serve. It's been Lippmann and Ortmann who have really taken this game to Brazil. Middle blockers haven't done a great deal, but they've been trying to get in a position whereby the outside hitters were having one-on-ones, but even against two blockers, Ortmann's done brilliantly. 10 points in spike from her, 2 service aces. That was a good scramble from Brazil. That's a good dig by Amanda. And then Macris then out of position, thinking about trying to set it, had to turn to try and block it. Gerties makes the block, Germany take the point, they're back to within 1. Recovering by Schürzel. Ortmann with the serve. Touch by Gerties. Paula did really well to get something on that. Germany got a good opportunity here. Oh, brilliant. Hanke again. Had more attacks in this match than you're likely to see in a whole week's worth of matches. So rare to have a setter have this many swings, and it's causing Brazil problems because they're not switched onto it, they're not being disciplined enough to deny and key in on that first touch the setter's making and try and put a block up. Net touch by Germany. One thing you don't get from the stats is the overall effectiveness of a player. Anna Patrice has just moved on to 13 points that she's earned, but she's just given a point away by missing that serve. So when you miss a serve or you hit the ball out, those are errors that then get taken off your overall effectiveness to give you your plus or minus figure for the game. Macris decides to go over onto herself. more because she didn't have any other option than the fact that she wanted to. Just too far away from Amanda. Germany are level again. There's a belief about the way Germany are playing at the moment. Every opportunity for them to take this set and take the match into a deciding set. But they're going to have to cut those errors out and not give Germany free points like that, Brazil free points like that. You really want to make them work for it, because that way you feel you're having an impact. If you go up and just serve in the net, or you have a spike that goes out, it's quite deflating. Touch from Leia. Nice swing from Amanda. Looks as if Lenka Durr might go after that one, but for some reason decided not to. Good pick up by the libero. Good finish from Amanda, who's kept her place on court after Natalia was substituted to the bench. Fusion for Germany, but it's not costly in the end, because Paula doesn't tip that ball high enough. Germany grateful that they come up with the point. Gerties with the serve. That's an easy leave. 2 serves in a row now Germany have missed. Not putting pressure on Brazil at all. Must have just caught a piece of the block because it went long. It missed the court. I wouldn't class that as a super spike. It needs to go in, but it just caught a piece of the block on its way out. If it hadn't done, it would have been comfortably out. That one's been given as out. Amanda can't believe it. So a few errors just creeping into both sides at the moment. Consistency has gone. The upshot is Brazil find themselves pegged back. It's all square, 15 apiece. We're going to head into the technical timeout after this rally, but who's going to have the lead? It could be Germany. It is Germany. Nice play, Ortmann. Putting the ball back over. Brazil can't handle it. Germany have the lead. Those of you that are watching volleyball for the first time, I think, you know, you play a bit of volleyball, you play volleyball to keep fit. That's certainly not what this sport is about. You have to get fit to play volleyball. This is a high intensity sport. These guys, girls, are training every day. It's like they're professionals, same as professional footballers in any other sport. They train every day, and when they're not, there'll be court time. Then there'll also be weights time as well, strength and conditioning, stretching. So we have a look at some of the highlights of Paula and what she's been up to so far. Currently has 19 points as the leading point scorer for Brazil. Natalia, who started quite well, started the first set, but things started to go awry in the second and was substituted out. Amanda's taken her place. of the physical attributes you have to have to be good at this sport is a really strong core. Your abdominals, obliques and lower back have to be really strong because you have to use them in the air to keep you in a good position to hit the ball, to block the ball and to serve the ball, to be able to maintain the right physical shape in order to do that. So double substitution for Brazil, we've seen throughout this match. Roberta, number 9, on to serve. Lorena, number 24, into the front row to block. Roberta gets turned by the ball. One of the key elements of defending is that you've got to keep your shoulders facing back towards the net. And if you get turned, like making a baseball swing, you end up digging the ball up the wall. A let-off for Brazil. That's come off the block, according to the referee. Guimar is not happy. Opportunity for Brazil to go in front, wasted. Portman now with the serve for Germany. Blair did very well. Maybe free ball here for Germany. Excellent play. Gertes finds a gap in the block, and Germany now have a 2-point lead. Brazil called the timeout.
1917 here in set number 4.
Great piece of covering from Anna Beatriz. Didn't know a great deal about it, but was in the right place. And Gertes finds a gap in the block to put the ball away cross court. Times here for Brazil.
Deixa a Lorena aberta pra cá. Ataca o número 6, que não é muito boa de bloqueio, não. Vou pro lado, bola pro outro. Vamos sair pro jogo.
Einen Schritt rüber. Bleib im Lesen, bleib im Lesen. Ja? Zwei Granaten am Schoß, fertig, alles durch.
It's all about keeping their concentration now for Germany. No free points, no silly errors. Brazil work for everything. Let's see what happens. Portman to serve. Blockout achieved. The younger players in the team, Lorena just 23 years of age, 24 for Brazil. Gets wiped off of by Gertes. Just a couple of years her senior at 25. Had to make an adjustment, did it? Got the block out. That's a bit tight. Gabby did ever so well to get that ball in play, and then Germany fluff their lines. So Brazil have a side out. Germany won't be overly fussed because it is only a side out point after all. The opportunity for Germany to make something more is wasted. substitution has been reversed, and Paula and Macris are now back onto court. It's Macris who has the serve. Oh, nice hit from Lippmann. She's the go-to player at the moment. No stopping her. The height that she gets above the net, very impressive. The net's 2.24 meters. And Lippmann is way above that. Excellent blocking. A monster block from Lippmann. It's getting better and better for Germany here. Grüning and Lippmann combining. Went all over that one, shutting down the line completely. Timeout called by Brazil.
Sai alto estourando. Ela vai sacar no mesmo lugar. Mesma situação. Vai, prepara.
Genau, aber immer in der kurzen Diagonalen stehen. Ne? Immer bereit, gerade an der Blockkante.
It's looking good for Brazil now, or sorry, for Germany, I should say. It's not looking very good at all for Brazil. 3-point lead. They need 3 to send this match into a deciding 5th set. Hanke with the serve. Oh, well played, Lippmann. Macris just couldn't find the right ball for Mara to get the swing. Germany paying attention at the net. Again, off the back of some good serving. Excellent blocking by Grüning. And then it popped up very nicely for Lippmann to hammer the ball away. Mara's gone off. Mayani has come on. She's a middle blocker. It's a like-for-like change. Now a serve for Hanke. What a great position Germany are in here. Effectively, they need 2 side-out points. They've been given one of them.
We have our first set point here, our fourth
Set point for Germany. Gerties will have the serve. The swing first set for Lippmann. Oh, and she's done it off the block and away. Brilliant from Germany. They take the set 25-20. It's 2-all here in Nebraska, and that means we're heading into a 5th set decider. Well, the belief for Germany was evident. A brilliant turnaround for them after losing set 3 to come back and take set 4, 25-20. And now it's a race to 15. There'll be no technical timeouts in the 5th set. As soon as one team gets to 8, the teams will change ends. Both coaches have 2 timeouts. We still have 2 challenges if we need them, each coach, plus all 6 substitutions. They need them. Mara's trying to remain calm. The captains meet with the first referee for another coin toss to see who'll have which end, who will serve. Just look at the faces on the German players. They are absolutely delighted with this. In stark contrast, it's very quiet. The Brazilian side. So a chance to get some fluid on board and get ready. And whilst they're getting ready, we can look at the highlights from the last set. So this is how their set finished up. Brazil were given 7 points by Germany, but Germany out-attacked Brazil by 7 points. The serving ace were just too good for Brazil in the end. Louisa Littmann has been playing brilliantly for her team. She plays volleyball in Italy, in one of the top leagues in the world. You can see why. Plays for Bisonte Firenze. She can continue in the form that she's shown. Every chance here that Germany could get a result. Away we go with the 5th set here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Brazil with the serve, Germany looking for the first point from side out. It's been an enthralling opening match to week 3 of the Volleyball Nations League. Brazil think that they've got this off the block, so they are challenging it because it had been called as out.
Challenge, block touch.
Can they catch the hands or not?
Oh yeah, little finger.
Indeed
Yeah,
she did.
okay, no problem.
Waiting for it to come up on the big screen. Successful challenge for Brazil. They have the first point. Touch. Another one off the block. Another point for Brazil. Macris with the serve. Oh, it's another error. This time that ball has gone long. They think they've got a touch though. They're going to challenge it. The last thing that Germany want to be here is 3 behind. They can't afford the luxury of allowing such a gap, as this is only to 15 points being the deciding set, not 25. It has been given as a touch.
No video challenge. No value touch.
They're not even going to bother with the challenge. So that's just what Germany needed. It'll be 1-2 Germany serving instead of 0-3 Brazil serving. Gerties with the ball.
Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. We're good.
Oh, that's better. Mara with an absolute thumper. A super spike from her. But they have been few and far between in this game. Nice play from Gabby as well, just taking the other blocker away. Germany respond with an instant side out. Gertie's. It was all that Lippmann could do. Maybe a better chance now, though. Good swing that from Lippmann, recycling the ball. And then at the third time of asking, puts it away, and Germany are level. That time there was no way through for Lippmann. Nice block from Paula. Covering by Amanda, but she's out of the attack, and that's going to be a foot fault against Gabby. But they don't seem to be challenged. She's back row, and that looked as if her foot was on the 3-meter line. No challenge coming from Germany, though. Or is there? Well, they've spotted it, though. Although we didn't get the challenge, the second referee, as soon as Gabby went back into position, they realised that, yes, she's a back row player, so the point has gone Germany's way. We have to take off from behind the 3-meter line, and we could see that Gabby's foot was on it. That's a cheap point for Brazil. Maybe the nerves just getting to the players, you'd hope not. That was just too close to the net, no chance for Ortmann to get onto that one. The thing about Brazil is, even though Germany have got them to this position, Brazil have been here so many times, and they are a team that will fight and scrap and not give in and not give up. It's something that they're used to playing, and it's something that Guimarães has said, and even Paula Barros, the second coach, the assistant coach, says that generally European players are bigger and hit harder than South American players. So they have to adapt their game. They know they're going to have to defend well. They know they're going to have to try and block well in order to get a result. Ortmann having no trouble putting that one away. In fact, she's been very effective hitting the ball cross-court for Germany. Now looking to be effective from the serving line. Can she bring her team back level? Unfortunately not, and again, it's another service error, so that puts bigger pressure now on the next player to come round. Lippmann missed hers, Ortmann's just missed hers. Amanda for Brazil. Germany get the side out. Every time Amanda goes to serve that ball, it just makes you feel uncomfortable. She looks like she's off balance and just suddenly struggles, but somehow makes it go over the line, over the net. Gertie's made that one go through the block. Schürzel to serve. Serve, but a good ball in. Gabby, oh, what a swing that is. One-on-one, and she's absolutely unloaded on that. So the teams now will change ends because we've got to 8 points. We have a look at the point again. Gabby took the pass, got out wide. One-on-one, absolutely nobody going to stop that ball once she hit it. position, it's straight back to service. Any delays for the scorers table to catch up. Does go exactly to where they were on their rotations, but on the other side of the net, it's Anna Beatriz who now has the serve. No technical timeouts in the 5th set. Big swing, Anna Beatriz couldn't deal with it. Gertes puts the ball away. They get themselves back to within a point. Set that from Anke. Mara had to stay with the middle, couldn't get out to make the block. Anke will now serve. Paula gets dug. Brilliant, Lippmann gets block out, and it's all square. Germany have hung in there. Got back level, Anke will serve. Brazil trying to side out to go in front again if they can. They should do, options here. Well, it's not hit the floor. It must have hit the floor. It did hit the floor. Half volley is not allowed. They could have challenged that if the referee had decided not to blow the whistle. They'd have had to ask for it straight away, though, not at the end of the rally. Challenge for a ball up, ball down. It hits the floor and then gets kicked up into the air. Hasn't hit the floor. Good dig from Amanda. Gabby with work to do. She got it off the hands. No, she hasn't. Germany level up again. Oh, that's a good serve. Oh, it's an ace serve from Gertes. Paula was only thinking about hitting the ball and wasn't linked in and covering the touch that Lea made. Germany have gone in front and Brazil call the timeout. Great serve that was from Gertes. What a time to get it.
Dá pra chegar, vem nela. Vamos que dá pra salvar essa bola, vambora. De novo. Mara, mesma coisa, mais perto.
Der Ball ist August, du springst vor ihr, volle Kanne auf 5, okay? Jenna bleibt mit Gang. Diagonal angibt, sie macht diagonal. Du bist vorne, okay, raus und nach innen reingreifen. Raus!
Another good serve that's got Brazil on the run here. Great dig from Dirt. Lippmann will have a swing. And somehow it stays in play. Now Ortmann will have a go. And Mara puts it on the floor. Germany with 2 bites of the cherry couldn't get the job done. And then it's Brazil who come up with the point to level things up. That takes her into double figures. 10 points for Mara. Germany have seen enough. They've called timeout now.
Germany all tied up at 10 apiece here in set number 5.
Hier sind Läufer 6. Lisa ganz schnell rüber. Wen haben wir vorne? Wer ist vorne? Wir haben Nummer 13. 5 und 1. Okay. Lisa geht Schuss. Okay, schnell rüber, inside out. Gerade anlaufen. Was denkst du? Okay, gut. Mach's doch, okay?
For the players.
Good ball from Ortman. Good dig from Leia. That one hasn't caught the block. Brazil think it did.
Video challenge on the court by Brazil, but there was a block touch. Video challenge Brazil. Looking for a block touch.
Looking at whether or not the ball was touched at the net. Talked about the fact that Germany were making errors and needed to cut down on them, but it's been Brazil who have made the errors in these last two sets. Could be costly here. Oh dear, it is going to be costly. That hasn't touched anybody.
Challenge by Brazil, unsuccessful. Point goes to Germany. 11 serve to 10 as Lisa Grundig goes back to serve.
Grundig with the serve. Germany one in front in this race to 15 points. Oh, well, that's a great leave by Amanda and Leia. Controlling that serve a bit flatter. Just wanted it in. Irish lining up a double substitution. Mara back to the serving line for Brazil. Oh, massive swing from Ortman. We'll talk about Lippmann playing well. 29 points for her. Ortman's just moved up to 18. Ortman, another player that plays her volleyball in Italy, in the top division. You can see why. Brilliant swing from her. It's well kept in play by Paula. Good work by Gabby. Has that found the sideline? No, it hasn't. It's another error from Brazil. Crucially for Germany, it gives them a 2-point lead. And Brazil call timeout.
Brazil now trailing here in our 5th set tiebreak.
Germany so close here. 2 in front of Brazil and then 2 away from victory. They won't be concentrating on the scoreboard, they'll just be concentrating on what needs to be done here. Focusing on each action, each touch of the ball. Trying to get it in and stay in the zone. Works the block. So side out achieved, but for Germany, they need to do the same thing. One side out to bring up match point. Double substitution that Guimaraes was lining up, now taking place. Macris off, Paula off, Lorena 24 on, and Roberta number 9 on. Another massive swing from Ortman, and it does bring up match point now for Germany. Absolutely incredible display from Germany so far. Walkman with the serve. And she went for it, fair play to her. But what a chance now. Their best chance. They did want to gift the ball to Brazil with an easy serve, try to make it difficult, but now Germany just need to side this out to win the match. Oh, they don't even have to. It's a miss serve from Amanda, unforced error from her. And Germany have beaten Brazil 15-13 in the decider. What a fantastic start to week 3 of the VNL for them. It's a huge result for Germany. Brazil can't quite believe it. On paper, this should have been 3-0 Brazil. But the reality is they have been beaten by 3-2 by Germany. Great result for Germany, great result for Felix Kozlowski. He'll be absolutely delighted. Norris probably can't quite believe it. He stayed pretty calm throughout, but his team just lacked the concentration.